Hello everyone, I'm Vikas and I welcome you to SmallAcademy. In this video today, we're going to do something you have been requesting for a long time, and I thought of making this video very long time ago, but it took me so long to make this video. So finally I'm going to do it. So today we're going to create a user profile. We're going to upload the images using the Firebase storage, and we're going to retrieve that image to display in the user profile, and we're going to let the user change his profile. So if the user already have the profile or they have already uploaded one profile, then we'll display that whenever user go to his profile section or in profile activity. Otherwise, if user don't have any images or he's creating account for the first time, then we're going to play some placeholder image, and after that we'll let the user change the profile picture. Since this is the extension of the Firebase email authentication tutorials, so I'm just going to use the same project that I have been working on. So in the last video I showed you guys how to change the password of the user. In the previous videos I have shown all the different things to do with this application. So if you don't have this particular source code, I'll link the source code in the description. You can go and download that source code from the link from my GitHub, okay, or from my blog, and open this in your Android Studio, connect your Firebase account to the project, and after that you will be ready to go. But if you don't know how to do that, and if you want to learn how to implement the Firebase email authentication, I suggest you to go to the playlist and watch all the videos so that you will be able to follow along with me here. But if you don't want to do that, you already know how to do all those things, then we can go right ahead and start working on this. So if you watch my last video, there you might see that I have different layout here in the main activity, but now I have changed it to something more appropriate so that we can say this activity is a profile activity. So here you can see I have one image view having the ID as profile image, and I have this nice looking icon here for the person, and full name is text view. Only thing we're going to change is this your name part and your email part and phone number part. All right. And here I have three buttons. One is for logout, that was already there, and reset part password, it was already there too, but I have added extra button to change the profile image. But you can also add the functionality to change the image whenever user click on this image here. Otherwise you can give some icons or button here to change the profile picture. So let me know if you want me to do that. If you get any problem doing that, let me know and I'll make another video displaying how to do that. But for this video, for the simplicity, I'm just going to use this change profile button here, and we'll be able to change the image once the user click on that change profile button. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and implement this in the main activity. So don't worry, our main activity already has other code. So if you get confused, don't worry, you will get all those code once you download this source code. So let's go to the main activity here. So in the main activity, first I'm going to get the resources for this button, because I already have resources for this first name, having the profile name as ID, email address and phone number, and I already have the image view as well here. So if I go here and show you guys, so this is the text view for the full name, email and phone number, and other thing is verify message that we don't need. And now we are going to display the image. Okay, so I don't have the variable for image here, so I'm going to create one. So image view, and give the name as profile image. All right, now we need to set the resources for this profile image variable. So I'm going to do that. So find view id r.id and the profile image, that is the ID of our image view here. Okay, so this is the profile image. All right, so let's go back here and now set the on-click listener on this button so that we can perform some functionality whenever the user click on this button. So this button has the ID of change profile. I'm going to go back to the main activity here and create another variable for this. So button, and the variable name is change profile image. All right, let's bind the data with the image button view here, button change profile, So I can use same find viewer id r.id dot change profile. Okay, so now I'll be able to set the on-click listener on this change profile image. So I'm gonna go down here, scroll down after this reset, or at the end of the onCreate function or method. I'm going to set the on-click listener on change profile image button. So set on-click listener, new on-click listener, and will perform some activity whenever user click on this. All right. So the thing that I want to do here is whenever user click on change profile button, I want user to go to his gallery and pick the image from there. So here I want to open gallery. All right. So to open the gallery, we need to create new intent. So let's do that. So intent, open gallery intent, or you can just give some short name here. It's up to your preference. I just like to give a full description of the operation that I'm going to perform, so that I'll be able to understand this code whenever I check this code after like month or 2 months afterwards. Okay, so don't worry about the variable name. Let's create the new intent, and here now we need to open the specific type of intent, that is action pick. Okay, so action, so intent.action pick. All right, so this means we are going to get some data. That means we are going to pick some data, and here we need to specify from where we want to pick the data. So in our case it is media store.images.media. all right, now what we want is we want the URI of the particular image that we click on the media store. So we are going to set this external content URI flag here, so that this will return the URI of the particular image that user have clicked on. Okay, so now after this we need to open the activity result. So we are going to start the new activity here. So start activity for result. Okay, using this intent here, we are picking some data from the media store, or we are picking some images from the media store, and we are getting the external content URI of that particular image. All right, now we are picking and extracting the data in this same activity. All right, so we need to start the activity for result here. So, and after that we can override the on activity result and get the content of this URI. All right, so to do that, here we need to pass the intent, of course, and after that we need to give the request code. So in our case it is gallery request code, and we can give any intent here. Generally I create the static variable, but you can also give request code here as well. If you want to learn more about this gallery picking and taking the images from the camera and uploading to the Firebase, you can watch the another playlist or series that I have created on the channel. So I'll link that in the description as well. In there I have explained all these thing in detail, so you can go and watch that afterwards. Okay, so for now this is it. Now I'm going to override the on activity result, where we are going to get this URI of this particular image that user have picked. Okay, so let me override that after the onCreate function is closed. Okay, so here we are closing the onCreate. So here I'm going to override the on activity result, and it's going to give me few options here like request code, result code, and the data. All right, so this data contains the URI of our image that we have picked from the gallery. Now here inside this on activity result, I need to verify that what kind of intent is overriding this on activity result. Okay, so in the most cases in the complex application, you might have multiple methods that is invoking this on activity result. So in that case you need to identify which intent is invoking this on activity result. Okay, so to identify that, we can use the request code. That's why I have given the request code here. So let's say if you have the camera intent here, you can give request code as some different request code, and you are going to identify the that camera is invoking this on activity result by using that request code. So that's why request code is very important here. So I'm going to identify here if request code is equals to 1000. That means our gallery intent is invoking this on activity result, and that means this data here contains the your URI of the images. All right, that we have selected. Okay. Here inside, I also want to check if we have some result in this data or not. So to find out that, I can use the result code and I can compare this result code to activity result.ok. That means we have some result in this result code. Okay. Inside this, that means this activity result is invoked by the gallery intent, and we'll have the URI of the data, URI of the image in the data that is passed through this overridden method. Okay, now inside this we can perform the operations that we want to, like getting the URI of the image, and after that we can upload that to the Firebase. Okay, so here what I want to do is initially I want to get the URI of the images, URI of the image that we have select. So first thing I want is URI. So let me say it is content URI, or I'll say it is image URI, and I can use data variable that is passed through this overridden method and get data method. Now it is going to insert that data into the image URI here. Okay, so now since we have the profile image view here, I want to set the user selected image to that image view. So let me show you how we can do that. So we have the profile image view here. Now I can use set image URI and use the image URI to set the image. Okay, so now I'm going to run this application and show you guys what it's going to look like. And what it should do is, once I select the image from the gallery, it should display that image in the image view that we have here in the activity main. So that image should be displayed here. All right, so let's go ahead and run this application. Okay guys, the application is running now, and it is asking me to log into this application. So